Chelsea, get ready to say 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 because we're about to go get our photos taken. Okay, hold up a second. Before we take everyone behind the scenes, little sneak peek of our photo shoot, we need to talk about why we're getting our photos taken, why it's a good idea for small business owners, talk about what they can expect when they go get a little mini photo shoot done, and let's share some tips so that they can go through their process a whole lot easier. Listen, you're the little sister, so we know who's running the show around here. It's Listen, we get it. As a small business owner, your budget varies, especially throughout the year. And so you may not be at a point in your small business where you can invest $1,000, $2,000 into getting a full-blown branded photo shoot. And that is okay. That's why these mini sessions are such a great option. So let's go over just a few of the reasons that you may want to consider these mini photo sessions. Number one, you get high quality, high resolution images. You could certainly take really great photos on your iPhones and your Androids these days. However, they do not replace these high quality, high resolution images. Now, high quality, high resolution images can be used on various formats. So they're not just great for social media, but if, let's say, you're putting up a billboard, you need a very high resolution image to send to the billboard company. And so this may be a really great way for you to get a couple of headshots or just a couple of images that you can use for your advertising and on top of that, your social media. Now, we've already talked about it being budget friendly. So it's a lot easier for us to spend $150 divided into 2 payments of $75 than it is to dish out like $1,000 split up into 2 $500 payments. But in addition to that, what is really nice is that it gives you the opportunity to get different various types of photos throughout the year. Instead of getting one big photo shoot that's going to have the same type of images, even though typically with a branding photo shoot, they're going to capture you in different environments. This allows for you to participate in different fun and creative setups that the photographer is offering at that point in time. For example, as you'll see here, the one that we are participating in today is one that is geared towards the new year. It has a fun, airy feel to it, has a little confetti. And Chelsea and I know that we can utilize this for our podcast page and also in our social media to promote some of the services that we have. The bonus here is that we do feel that because it is a fun setup, that it's going to allow us to really portray more of our brand, because at our core, we are fun and silly people and we don't take life too seriously. So hopefully this mini photo shoot will be able to convey that through images. Hey guys, so I am currently getting ready for our photo shoot that we're doing today. And I just wanted to take you guys through my entire process while giving you tips on how you can prepare for a photo shoot. Now, my first tip is going to be know what you're going to use these photos for. Vivian and I had a long conversation about how these photos are not going to be professional photos. They are professional photos, but we're not going to use them in a professional kind of like LinkedIn profile setting. We already have photos like that. Instead, these are going to be more laid back, more personable photos that we're going to use on social media. So because of that, I now can plan accordingly. And that's another tip. Plan your outfit and your accessories accordingly, because now that I know that these aren't going to be like our LinkedIn profile pictures, Vivian and I talked, and we're going to wear jeans. I'm going to wear little booties. I have a black bodysuit that will go great. Okay, so I'm finishing up with my foundation. Like we're discussing planning ahead of time. Plan for how long it's going to take you to get to the photo shoot. You don't want to be late. These photo shoots are usually scheduled back to back, so the amount of time that you have is it. If you're late, that really sucks, but they're going to stay on time. So you might not get all the time to get your photos taken. So know where you are going and how long it's going to take you to get there. Vivian and I are going to meet somewhere in North Charleston. Once we get to North Charleston, where we're meeting, it's going to be a 15-minute drive. So we've planned accordingly. We know what time we have to meet, and we have given ourselves plenty of time to get there so we're not late. You also absolutely have to know... Sorry. I have to focus a little bit on this. You absolutely have to know how much time you have for this photo shoot. Usually they will tell you in the email or whatever communication you get after you've officially scheduled, booked, you've signed a contract, exchanged money, everything. They'll let you know how much time you have. And it's a good thing to know the time just because, for example, this photo shoot that we're doing is only going to be 15 minutes. So Vivian and I are prepared for that. We know we got to be moving and grooving, get these photos taken, and then get out of there. If you have a longer amount of time, then you can sit there and talk with the photographer about the kind of photos that you want taken and the aesthetic and all that stuff. Because we only have 15 minutes, we already know what we want. We're going to go in, get it done, and then get out of there. Since we're talking about knowing things, another great tip, not one that's absolutely necessary, but still something that could be very helpful, is knowing your photographer. Maybe following them on social media. You don't necessarily have to have had an in-depth conversation with them, but just knowing more about them is going to help you because you get a feel of what their style is. Photographers have very specific styles, each one of them. And so knowing your photographer is going to help you save a lot of time with not having to have big discussions about what your photos are going to look like, but instead just going in and getting your photos done. I mean, think about it. Knowing the photographer is going to help you know if their type of photography will fit well with your brand. And that's a big part of getting photos taken is branding and staying on brand with who you are as a business. Lastly, you're going to want to know when exactly you're getting your photos back. And that will likely be a part of the contract once you've paid and signed and everything. But knowing when you get them back is super important because if you plan on using it for something and maybe it's a time crunch, you need to know when you're getting your photos back, right? So, very excited. I am almost done getting ready. We are gonna have fun at this photo shoot and we're getting our photos taken by Palmetto Snapshots. All right, so Chelsea, let's go ahead and go over a few of the tips that we have if you're planning on doing a mini photo shoot. I'll go ahead and start. And the first thing you can expect is that you can't expect to put a 50% deposit down. Typically what they'll do is you pay 50% up front and then either the day of or after you receive the images, you'll pay the rest. Love that point. You will also likely get a contract. So the contract is going to tell you how you can use the images, if you can crop them, if you can or cannot put a filter on them, just your basic list detailing what you can and cannot do. All right, so after you've made the deposit and you've signed the contract, then you can expect to receive the detailed information as far as where the location is and what to expect day of. Typically, there's a nice little cadence to this process. And so you'll get all of that information once you've signed the contract and paid. And once you've done your photo shoot, maybe you absolutely loved it and you loved all of the photos, you'll most likely get the option to purchase more, and you'll get to pick and choose what photos you want. So don't worry if in the end you decide, oh, I actually want more photos than what I've already paid for. Of course, they'll give you the option to buy more. Awesome. Well, Chelsea, let's go ahead and get in there to take our photos.
Are you an SOB, small-owned business? Then stick around and watch this next video right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we share a free weekly marketing video every Monday. And we currently have over 200 videos available for you to watch today. So go check that out. Don't forget to visit our website at www.theseasonedmarketer.com, where we have a couple freebies that you could go and download today. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next week, same time and place.